You're watching Philadelphia's NBC 10. Now, live from the News Center, this is News 10 at 5.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Arthur Fennell.
And I'm Tracy Davidson.
And here's our top story tonight. We have the potential for some wild weather across the greater Philadelphia region tonight. The News 10 Skywatch gives you a look at the mix of clouds and sun over the region as we speak. But the skies in some parts of the viewing area could turn angry tonight. Let's check in right off the top with our meteorologist, John Bolaris. John's outside on City Line Avenue. What's the latest out there, John?
Yeah, Art, we have a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight. We're going to take a look at Doppler radar first and then pull back and show you another look at a radar. And you can see now on the Doppler past couple of hours, thunderstorms have flared up in central Jersey, east of Trenton now and just north and east of Wrightstown. Some very heavy ones there, possibly accompanied by strong gusty winds and some hail. But farther to the west, that's the line we're really concerned about at this hour. That is a developing line of very, very heavy thunderstorms. They have a history of producing large hail, wind gusts between 50 and 60 miles per hour, dangerous lightning and damaging wind, and always the possibility of tornadoes with severe thunderstorms. We have the watch with potential of that line moving in. Right now it's just west of Harrisburg, west of Scranton. Will be close to the Philadelphia region sometime around, let's say, between 7 and 8 o'clock tonight, and then points east after 8 o'clock tonight. That's why the watch extended to 11 o'clock tonight for the possibility of severe thunderstorms. I'll be back a little bit later on the broadcast with the latest radar and, of course, a complete forecast. Art, Trace?
Thanks, John. The cleanup continues at this hour in Bucks County after a horrifying accident that closed Route 1 for most of the day. News Chopper 10 over the scene in Bensalem after a tractor-trailer, a truck, and a car all collided near the Turnpike interchange. The driver of the truck was killed. The two other drivers were taken to hospitals for treatment of broken bones. Route 1 was closed shortly after the accident at about 10 o'clock this morning. And at this hour, northbound Route 1 remains closed. News Chopper 10 live over the scene at this hour. Northbound traffic is being diverted to Business Route 1. Traffic is jammed. Southbound Route 1 is open, but traffic there is moving slowly. In Hunting Park, a terrifying scene after a man is hit and killed as he was standing near the front of his van. Police say the victim, a plumber's assistant, was hit by a rental van that had run a red light at 5th and Girard. No word yet on whether charges will be filed against the driver of the rental van. And police in Deptford, New Jersey are still trying to untangle the mystery of a truck in the water. A U-Haul truck was discovered in Big Timber Creek near Clements Bridge Road. No one was inside, but police can't figure out how it got there.
Well, tonight, the boyfriend of an 18-year-old Temple University student is behind bars now, accused of her murder. 18-year-old Hen Lau was arrested last night. Police say he strangled 18-year-old young men sometime over the weekend after an argument. Her body was found in a trash bag in South Philadelphia on Sunday. Lau's neighbors on Mifflin Street are surprised to learn about this arrest.
Otherwise than that, they just seemed normal people. Seemed like a nice family.
So you're surprised?
Very, very surprised.
Police are calling Lau a boyfriend, but Ben's family apparently didn't know anything about their relationship. PNC Bank is offering a $10,000 reward for information about a botched bank robbery and a shooting of a teller there. It happened yesterday at the PNC Bank branch, Upper Dublin Township, Montgomery County. Police say bank employee Sharon Sombrello was closing up when two men appeared at the door demanding to be let in. And then shots were fired and she was hit in the upper arm. The gunman and another man escaped in a white car, possibly a Lexus. And police say they are looking for 3 men.
President Clinton comes to New Jersey to speak to college students as voters in the Garden State go to the polls in a primary. The president arrived this morning greeting university officials and students. He used the commencement address to outline a new proposal to help college students and their parents. News 10's Sarah Schulte has the details.
In its 250 years, Princeton traditionally does not allow outsiders to speak at graduation, but this Ivy League school made an exception to celebrate its anniversary.
I am pleased to be able to present the President of the United States, William Jefferson Clinton, President Clinton.
An Ivy Leaguer himself, President Clinton's appearance was welcomed by many.
I was very glad. It made it special for us.
But the presidential visit wasn't so special for others.
I think it makes a very bad arrangement for the visitors. We spent 2 hours sitting around here waiting for him to arrive.
Well, the president did show, and he was on time. He spoke for about a half hour, and toward the end of Clinton's speech, he changed his tune from graduation speaker to politician. Keeping the focus on education, the president proposed tax cuts for tuition. He also squeezed in some good news for New Jersey.
A coalition of high-tech companies, parents, teachers, and students are launching Net Day New Jersey this week to connect over 1,000 schools in New Jersey to the internet by this time next year.
While it may have bothered some, most graduates and parents didn't seem to mind that President Clinton used his time here as a political forum. After all, they understand that he's not only president, but he's also running for political office. While the president's speech won over some voters, others say, just like their careers, they're undecided about the next 4 years.
I'm just still not sure yet how I feel about him as a president just yet.
Well, you've got a few months to think about it. In Princeton, I'm Sarah Schulte, News 10.
Of course, it is no coincidence that the president's visit comes on the same day as the New Jersey primary. A light turnout reported today in Camden and across the Garden State. Voters are going to the polls to choose their candidates, even though the race for president between President Clinton and Senator Bob Dole they've already wrapped up their party's nominations.
The big race in New Jersey is for the U.S. Senate seat being vacated by retiring Bill Bradley.
News 10's New Jersey correspondent Terry Ruggles joins us live now in Cherry Hill with more on that story. Terry?
Art, you know the Maytag repair commercial where the guy just sits with nothing to do? Behind me here, 4 lovely ladies who have had nothing. These are the Maytag repair women as far as voting goes here today. Now, Mary, you were saying you've had how many today so far, percentage-wise?
That's about 6%.
6%, and you normally have on a presidential election year how many?
Close to 70%. We're a good voting district.
Okay, so we're only less than 10% of what would normally be. You're right. The only race, and it's not even a race that's getting any interest in the state, is the people vying for Bill Bradley's seat.
My objective is to get the political process to focus on the lives of those people that are now disconnected from it.
Bill Bradley's decision not to run for re-election opened the door for 2 incumbent congressmen. Bob Torricelli, a 44-year-old Democrat from North Jersey, is running unopposed. 3-term Republican Congressman Dick Zimmer, whose district includes parts of Mercer and Hunterdon counties, wants the Republican nomination. State Senator Richard LaRosa and Passaic County freeholder Richard Duhame are also running for the Republican spot. But Zimmer has gotten the endorsement of Governor Whitman and the Republican machine. All right, we're talking 6%. Let me throw out a couple statistics that I think are interesting as far as New Jersey goes. Democrats, registered voters, 1,779,000. Republicans, registered voters, 847 plus. There you see there. It's the unaffiliated. That means they don't belong to either party. 1,969,000 and a few hundred. What this means is if you're not affiliated, you can't vote unless you want to declare a party, and people aren't willing to do that. So another reason why people aren't voting today, because there are more unaffiliated people than there are in either of the 2 parties. But the polls are open until 8 o'clock tonight, Art. Tracy and Art, the people in New Jersey can still be part of the very few, the proud, the voters in this year's primary. Reporting live from Cherry Hill, Terry Ruggles, News 10.
All right, Terry, thanks. A lot of votes up for grabs out there, and as you say, still time to go out and cast yours. Stay with us. News 10 will have the very latest on the New Jersey primary for you. Again, the polls won't close until 8 o'clock tonight, and we will have the very latest on the election returns for you on News 10 tonight at 11 o'clock. Now, still ahead as we continue here, when Tracy and I return, children go to court asking to be divorced from their own father. We'll tell you why.
New research suggesting that what's in your head could be hurting your heart. Details on the Health Watch.
And we'll tell you why Keanu Reeves is moving at the speed and sound toward a second career. All ahead as we continue.
You're watching News 10 at 5.
News 10 covers the stories that really affect you.
And once again, News 10 is the greater Philadelphia region's fastest growing news.
A young woman captured our hearts as she took the ultimate risk and won.
News 10 brought you the story of a family's struggle for freedom. Their son locked away in a Mexico jail.
And when thieves were out to steal your savings, we helped you protect your money, your identity, your family.
More people are watching News 10
for the stories that really affect you.